Is this a new obsession? Hi, I'm Sleepy, and today's speed paint is Ezreal from Heartsteel, who I don't know why I like because I hate the color green. I drew this all in a day, and I always do that, right? So what's different? You know how you can wake up the next day and look at your art and decide that it's the ugliest thing you've ever seen? Yeah, that's what happened to me. Now I'm about to share my struggle so that you don't struggle. Not only did I decide to basically only use two colors, I also decided to include hands, the most cursed thing on this earth. And I decided to do it just to add more spice to the illustration, make him look more fun and goofy like he seems in the video. And I exported a finished version of this guy 15 times. And I should have known that I would have had a hard time the moment I decided to use green as my main color. Damn, green. Anyways, Ezreal is a playful guy, a little goofy fellow, if you will. We can see that throughout the whole video because he's just grinning, he's vibing, he gets scared easily, but he's just having a good time. So I wanted to show this as much as I could in the pose and the composition and the background this time. I made him stick out his tongue, I gave him a peace sign, I gave him his good boy doggy that he grabbed from underground. I'm not sure how the dog got underground, but anyways, and I gave him a girly poppy background. Lately, I've been doing some kind of sketchy line art over my first sketch, even though in my first video I told you guys that I skip it. So this is a recent change, and I realized I find it fun to do if I'm not trying to be super neat, like how most line art online is a lot more clean than the previous sketch, and because it's cleaner, it's easier for my tired brain to understand where I should be adding colors. I don't have to think too hard, etc. So as I mentioned earlier, I decided to choose two colors. We have this green color and pink. And it's another set of complementary colors because again, complementary colors, they're easy to pick. So you don't have to use your brain too hard on how to make them look like they match well together. I also cheated and put a little blue in it, but it's a bluish green and it's right beside green, so technically it's not cheating. How I decided to go about it was, where I'd usually use reds and oranges, I would use pink. For example, his entire skin, and the area on your skin where you'd usually be red or purple, like your nose and your eye bags, just like mine. Everywhere else was that bluish green color. His eyes would be the only place where there isn't pink or blue, and it makes them stand out a lot more, which is great because it's important that you see that he's staring into your soul. So you guys see where I have a ton of pink in the shirt and his gloves, for example. When you put the background color into the character, it really makes it look like the character is more a part of the background and not just floating there in some unknown space. So I think doing that is really helpful. Do you see that dog down there? This is only the second dog I've drawn in my entire life. So do not ask me for any advice on that dog. Do not take advice from me about drawing dogs or any animals whatsoever. Okay? Okay. I have a confession, actually. So, on the day this released, I stayed up until 2 a.m. watching it multiple times, even though I had work in 4 hours. So that was pretty cool. I have a whole line of stories on my Instagram. That's just me freaking out over that one Ezreal Baikian scene. Yeah. I had some big boy trouble with his hair for once because, to be frank with you, I didn't know what that wig was doing, but it was charming anyway. After looking at a healthy amount of pictures of him, I realized that a charm point of his hair is how messy it is. It's all spikes flying all over, but it still looks really soft and round because he's a soft boy with a little bite. So a pretty good design choice when you stare at it and realize. Later on in the illustration, you will see me add more flyaway hair and more colors to it, just to show off his fun personality a bit more. After watching the video for the 30th time, I realized that there were a lot of comic effects and sharp jagged lines in the background, so I decided to recreate that in my illustration to emulate Heartsteel's loud and fun style. I've never made a background like this before, but a great way to emulate it is just to be loose. Release the death grip you have on your pen or your pencil and make your brush a big boy size and just slash your lines. Basically, what I'm saying is, go stupid, alulula, go crazy, alulula. Now we have a minute and 45 seconds left here. You're about to watch neither side that it's not finished yet. I enlarged the hand because the bigger size would make it look more dynamic and it would emphasize perspective more. I added some green-blue highlights to his glasses and his eyes for a similar reason, because his face would be more interesting to look at, and his face is the most important thing here, like all my other drawings. I added more strands to his hair to make it messier, wilder. I also realized his head was a little too big and it wasn't giving me normal size, so I used the liquify tool to move it down a few notches. I added some darker lines to his eyes to make it stand out more, and I finally added some screen tone to his glasses and other parts, because obviously I'm aiming for a comic book style, so why not use screen tones, you know what I mean? I don't know why it took me so long to realize that one. I don't think I regret dedicating so much extra time to it, because sometimes you just don't like how you finished an art piece, and that's okay. And sometimes you look at it the next day and you wondered if you were drunk while drawing, even though you don't drink at all, and that just happens. So don't be scared to look at it, just fix it if you want to, and if you can't bother, just leave it alone. It is what it is. Hi, thanks for watching till the end of the video. First fun fact, according to my YouTube recap, I listened to this song 43 times. So I think I did my part in streaming it. Did you guys listen to this song though, or did you watch the video with your sound off for some reason? You can let me know in the comments, and you can talk about it as much as you want. If you like this video, remember to hit the like button and subscribe, and feel free to leave some suggestions in the comments, especially if there's any illustrations on my Instagram that you want me to go through or talk about. That's it. Bye.